Author's note. Here's the next chapter. Enjoy. Chapter 12. Prom. It was the Friday before prom, and the group of friends were sitting together during lunch. I can't wait for tomorrow night, Taya squealed. Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to go to prom this year since Bakura didn't want to go last year, Ryo added. That's all anyone is talking about right now, Bakura muttered. It's the big deal right now, Bakura, Yugi said. What are we going to hear about next? Bakura asked in a sarcastic manner. If I had to guess, I would say that the next thing all the seniors are going to be talking about is graduation, Atomu said. I'll be glad when that comes too, Joey said. Let's concentrate on prom right now, Taya said. Yeah, are we all going to meet before we go to prom, or are we just going to show up? Tristan asked. I think that we should all just go to prom on our own. We could meet up there, Haber said. Yeah, it's probably the best thing to do, Malik agreed. So, what about the party? Joey asked. Well, we can go to prom and stay a few hours before we leave to go to the mansion. We can always leave then at the same time, Seto said. Well, I guess that means that we won't have time to wreak havoc on the prom, Bakura, Malik said. And I was looking forward to that, Bakura added. Bakura, don't even think about trying to do anything to mess up prom, Ryu said. You either, Malik. There are people that wait their whole lives for this, and you two don't need to go and ruin it for them, Malik added. But it's just the preppies who wait for it, Marek whined. Taya glared at him. I want it to be special, Taya snapped. We all do, so just behave, Ryu said. Why? Bakura asked. Because bedroom action might be nil if you don't, Bakura, Yami replied. Bakura paled at the thought. Just behave, and you won't have to worry about it, Malik said. The entire group could have laughed at Bakura's expression. All right, we get the point, Bakura said. Good. We have nothing to worry about then, Ryu said. Hey, Yami, what are you and Yugi doing for prom? Tristan and Taya mentioned that you shopped for something for prom, Joey said. Yami smiled mysteriously. You'll find out tomorrow night, Yami said. Come on, we're your friends. You've got to tell us, Joey said. Yugi giggled. Joey, you just want to know because the curiosity will kill you if you don't know now, Yugi said. Well, yeah. So, what's going on? Joey asked. Sorry, Joey, but I promised Yami that I wouldn't tell anyone either, Yugi said. Seto looked over at Atomu and Haber. So, what are they doing? Seto asked, thinking they would know. Not a clue, Atomu said. You don't know either? Tristan exclaimed. Nope. Yami knows we'd probably tell you guys, so he and Yugi haven't even told us. They just keep saying that we'll find out at prom, Haber said. And you won't find out beforehand, so stop trying, Joey. You'll just have to wait and see like everyone else, Yami said. That's cruel, Joey said. Serenity sighed. Well, I guess we won't get to see what it is, Serenity said. Why not? Yugi asked. Because Serenity and I are just freshmen. We can't go to the prom, Mokuba said. You'll see at the party, Joey said. We can come? Serenity asked, her eyes lighting up. Just because you can't go to the prom doesn't mean that we'd leave you out of the party, Haber said. Yeah, besides, you live in the house. We can't stop you, Joey added. That'd be great, Mokuba said, his eyes lighting up. The group laughed. Well, I'm glad that that's settled, Atomu said. The bell then rang. Come on, we better get to class, Yugi said. The group gathered their things and headed inside the building. After school, Yugi, Yami, Atomu, and Haber were all walking home together. Come on, guys, you've got to tell us what you're doing for prom, Haber said. We've already told you no, Haber. You'll just have to wait and find out tomorrow night like everyone else, Yami said. You know that's really unfair, Haber said, pouting. Epic pouting. Yami laughed. I already told you that I'm not going to tell you, Haber, so give it up, Yami said. I don't give up, Haber said. I believe that, but I'm still not going to tell you, Yami said. Atomu chuckled. Haber, I gave up a week ago on getting Yami to crack. When he doesn't want you to know, he won't tell. I should know, Atomu said. You can't blame me for trying, Haber said. He glanced over at Yugi. Say, Yugi, Haber started. No, Haber, I won't tell you, Yugi said. But I'm your brother, Haber protested. That may be, but I promised Yami that I wouldn't tell, and I won't, Yugi said. He then started laughing. By the way, you're really starting to sound like Joey, Haber, Yugi said. Haber shrugged. What can I say? I'm curious to know what you two are up to, Haber said. You know that curiosity killed the cat, Haber, Yami said. Or at least sent it to the Shadow Realm. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a cat, isn't it? Haber asked. I suppose so, Yugi said. The two arrived home to find it locked. That's odd. I wonder where Grandpa is, Yugi said. Atomu glanced at the store. The shop's closed too, Atomu said. Yugi took out his keys and unlocked the door. The group went inside. I wonder where Grandpa is, Yami remarked. Hey, here's a note, Haber said, picking up a piece of paper that was lying on the table in the hall. The other three huddled around Haber to read it. Boys, I've gone to Tokyo to meet with an old friend of mine. It was a last-minute decision on my part. He's giving a lecture at the University of Tokyo, and I'm going to listen and spend some time with him. Behave while I'm gone and enjoy prom. I'll be back Monday afternoon. Don't worry about the shop. It'll be fine closed for a few days. And then the recession hit. Grandpa. P.S. Don't destroy the house. Be safe and enjoy your grandpa-free weekend. Well, that's definitely from Grandpa, Yugi said. I guess we didn't need the hotel room for after Joey's party after all, Atomu said. Haber blushed at that. Hotel room? Yami asked. Atomu just shrugged. Okay, I could have lived without knowing that, Yugi said. Well, we could always cancel the reservation, Haber said, ignoring his brother. No, Yugi and Yami said at the same time. Why? Atomu asked. Please, give us a break from you two. I'm tired of having to be the one who puts a silencing spell around your room so that Grandpa, Yugi and I don't have to listen to you two go at it like bunnies. Just go to the hotel and give us the night off, Yami said. Haber blushed at that. Atomu smirked. Sure thing, Atomu said. Yami shook his head. I swear that sex is the only thing you think about, Yami said. So what? I happen to enjoy it, Atomu said. Atomu! Haber exclaimed. What? It's the truth, and I don't hear you complaining, Atomu said. Haber's blush darkened. Yugi also started blushing. Okay, can we please get off your sex life? I really don't need those images in my head, Yugi said. Sure, Atomu said. Trust me, after the next chapter, you'll be thinking the exact same thing. So, what now? Yami asked. Well, I do have homework, so I think I'll do it now so that I won't have to worry about it after prom, Yugi said. That's a good point, Haber said. But it's Friday, Atomu said. Atomu, would you rather have to do it on Sunday? Haber asked. No, not really, Atomu admitted. Then give it a rest, Haber said. The four headed upstairs to their rooms and started their homework. Prom night. Yugi and Yami were in their room getting ready. So, you think that the others are going to be surprised to see us in this? Yugi asked. I don't doubt it. It'll probably shock them all, Yami answered. Yugi put on the neck belt. There was a sudden pounding on the door. Yugi! Yami! Are you two ready yet? Atomu shouted. Don't have a cow, Yami retorted. Well, hurry up before Haber and I end up leaving without you, Atomu said. Go on, we'll meet you there, Yami retorted. All right, come on, Haber, Atomu said. It wasn't long before Yugi and Yami heard the front door shut. Well, he's in a hurry, Yugi said. Yeah, he wants to get there fast. Oh well, Yami said. The two finished getting ready. Don't forget about the little bet we had, Yami, Yugi said. Yami smirked. I know, Yugi. I'm not worried about it, Yami said. If you say so, Yugi said. The two then left as well. The prom was in full swing when Yami and Yugi got there. They didn't waste any time in getting prom started, Yugi remarked when he saw that people were already dancing, eating and drinking. It started as soon as the first couples arrived, Yami replied. And you know that because... Oh, telepathy, I don't know. Yugi scanned the crowd, looking for their friends, like the Terminator. Hey, there's Taya and Tristan, Yugi said. Unsurprisingly, the two were out on the dance floor dancing. I suppose that's what people generally do on a dance floor, but anyway. Well, Taya does love to dance, Yami said. Yeah, and Tristan is dragging along because he's dating her, Yugi said. Wow, that's pretty obvious there. The two continued to look and finally saw where their friends were. I don't believe it, Yami said. Bakura was dressed in a black tuxedo with Ryu, who was, surprisingly, wearing a white dress. Oh, Bakura. Oh. What did they do? Oh, they just made Ryu Bakura more gay than even Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. How did Bakura convince him to do that? It might have been a trade-off. Bakura would wear a tuxedo if Ryu wore a dress, Yugi said. Marek was wearing a pair of dress pants with a white shirt, and Malik was wearing the same except he had on a black shirt. Well, I guess neither one of us won, Yugi said. What do you mean? Yami asked. The bet was that both Bakura and Marek would or were not wear a tux. Bakura is, but Marek isn't, Yugi said. Call it a draw? Yami asked. I suppose so, Yugi said. The two then walked over to join their friends. Hey guys, glad whoa, Malik said when he saw them. You two decided to wear leather to the prom? Seto asked. Yami shrugged. We wanted to be different. Besides, it's not like there's some kind of dress code for the prom, Yami said. Still, Joey said. So, that's why you were being so secretive, Atomu said. Yup, wanted to see their reaction, Yami said. I'm amazed he got you to wear it, Yugi, Taya said. The group turned to see that Taya and Tristan had joined them. Hey, well, it was part of the deal, Yugi said. Deal? Ryu asked. Yeah, we were talking and I mentioned that Yami could wear leather instead of a tux since he hated them. In the end, he said that he would wear leather to the prom if I would too, Yugi said. And you agreed? Heiba asked. Well, not at first, Yugi said. Later, he tried on some of his old leather at home to see what my reaction was. He finally decided to wear it, so we went and bought some new stuff just for prom, Yami said. So that's what you bought the day we saw you, Tristan said. Yep, Yami answered. Well, it's different, Bakura said. And a lot of people are watching you, Marek added, scanning the crowd of people. So what? Let them, Yami said, not worried about any of them. Slowly, the group started to spread out. Yami looked over at Yugi and said, Want to dance, Yugi? I don't know. I don't think that I'll be very good, Yugi said. I won't be very good either. So if we look like fools out there, we'll look like fools together, Yami said. Yugi smiled. Well, okay, Yugi agreed. The two went out onto the dance floor and started to dance together. Neither were very good dancers, but they did okay. A lot of people thought that Yugi and Yami looked good together out on the dance floor. Neither paid much attention to anyone who was watching them. Yugi and Yami soon grew tired of dancing and left the dance floor. That wasn't bad, guys, Taya said. Well, we certainly don't have your talent, Taya. Yeah, we're not going to be table dancers in New York. Taya smiled brightly. You still great, Taya said. Yugi and Yami walked off to get themselves some punch. Yami started to take a drink and stopped when he smelled it. Yugi, don't drink it, Yami said. Why? Yugi asked. It's been spiked, Yami answered. Ah, I was wondering when Rohypnol would make an appearance. Oh, Yugi said, not thrilled at the thought of alcohol. Oh, that's boring now. The two went and threw the drinks away. Do you think that Bakura and Marek had something to do with that? Yugi asked. If they want any action tonight, they didn't, Yami answered. The two went and rejoined their friends. Any idea who spiked the punch? Yami asked. No, but I have a pretty good idea, Atomu said. Ryu and Malik both glared at their boyfriends. It wasn't us, Bakura and Malik protested. And why should we believe that? Ryu asked. Actually, Ryu, in this case, I think that these two are telling the truth this time around, Atomu said. What makes you think that? Joey asked. I overheard Tyler and a bunch of his cronies talking. They were talking about spiking the punch as a joke, so I'd say that they were the ones that spiked the punch. Wow, your deductive reasoning is amazing, Atomu, Atomu said. You know, Tyler talking to his friends has given away a whole bunch of stuff that otherwise would never have been figured out. At least, not for a while, anyway. Pathetic, Yami said. Exactly, Atomu agreed. The group stayed and danced for a while longer, but they soon decided that they wanted to leave. Why not head on to the mansion and get our own party started? Joey asked. That sounds like a good idea, Yami agreed. The group left the school and headed for the Kaiba mansion.